Hello, children. This is the last part of this long story, The Enemy. I'm quite sure you must have enjoyed this story. Now we come here towards the end where there is climax. Does the enemy escape? Do the doctor help the enemy to escape from its territory? That is the question. Let's see how he helps the enemy to escape from Japan. So let's go to the last part of this story, the enemy. Doctor reveals to this young American that now probably it is not hidden that he is here. So some people must have already come to know. His servants know. Some others also must have come to know. And that's why the doctor is worried and he tells this young American that it is not a hidden fact that he has taken shelter in doctor's house. So the young man has understood. So that's why he nodded in perfect comprehension. He understood that there is a lot of danger for him as well as for the doctor who has given shelter to him. So Sadao has not gone to the room till evening. He told him that it's a fact that everybody has come to know and there's something has to be done by which he should escape as early as possible. Otherwise, that American would be in trouble as well as doctor's family would be in trouble. As soon as it was dark, he had dragged the stout boat, a big boat, down to the shore. And he has made preparations. So he has made escape plan. So he has brought a boat. Who has brought a boat? Doctor has brought a boat. And then he has put food, bottled water, so that he can for few days survived there in the boat. So he had bought separately during the day, as well as two quilts covering that he had bought from a pawn shop. So second hand weight is available, he has bought from that. The boat he tied to a post in the water. Tide was very high, so there was no moon and he worked without a flashlight so that nobody would come to know. And that's why he was working there, preparing for this young man who can escape. Now, when he came to the house, he pretended as if he has come back from the work. He never wanted his wife Hannah to know what he was doing. And then Hannah reveals that Yumi, the maidservant, had been to their house and after that she serves him supper, dinner. Though she was modern, she was still conservative and she didn't eat with him. And then she says, Yumi cried over the baby. She was crying because of the well being of the baby. She was worried about the baby. And she felt that she was missing. And Sadao says, as soon as the foreigner goes, the servants will come back. You need not worry about that. Definitely they will come back. It's because of that American, there is a problem. But he has not told what he had planned. Before sleeping, what Dr. Sadao does, he goes to see this American in the guest room. So he checks his body temperature. Then he checks the wound, the state of the wound, condition of the wound. Then his heartbeat, his pulse. And here he finds the pulse was irregular. But that may be because of the excitement that the young man. So he was all right. The young man's pale lips were pressed together and his eyes burned. So there was a kind of hope. Eyes were red in color now. They were only the scars on his neck were red. Now only one can see the scars, otherwise it was all right. And then he tells Sadao, I realize you are saving my life again. You have saved my life. Not at all. It is only inconvenient to have you here any longer. It's very inconvenient now. People have come to know. So life is at stake of yours. So that is the reason. So he also comes to know that he has made some preparations because the way he has started behaving. He had hesitated a good deal about giving the man a flashlight. So he hands over him a flashlight. So he reveals everything to him. But he had decided to give it to him after all. It was small on his own, which he used that night when he was called. So he hands him over the flashlight. If your foods run out before you catch a boat, signal me two flashes at the same instant. Same moment, you give me signal. So you just give me the signal. Do not signal in darkness. So don't signal in darkness, for it will be seen. If you are all right, but still there, signal me once. So you give one signal if you're all right. You'll find fresh fish easy to catch, but you must eat them raw. A fire would be seen. So that's why he was a bit reluctant to give the torch, because he should not be caught. Okay, the young man breathed. And he says, all right. So here he makes all that preparation, stock of food. If it is finished, then what he should do and what he should wait for. All that he tells, he reveals all that. And then after that, he tells him to take care of him, how he can eat the fish and all. That's all he has told him. Now here this man is dressed in the Japanese clothes. Nobody should come. No, that's why Sadao had given him. And at the last moment, Sadao wrapped a black cloth around his head too. The young American, without a word, shook Sadao's hand warmly because he had saved his life. And now he was leaving him. He had been there where he underwent the operation too and walked quite well across the floor. So he is leaving the house now, down the step into the darkness of the garden. Nobody knows except Sadao. Once twice, Sadao saw its light flash to find his way. But that would not be suspected. He waited until from the shore there was one more flash. So one more flash, what signal was to be done. So that is what he does, one flash. So that means he's quite safe. Then he closed the partition. That night he slept. Now he goes to the general and he reveals everything to the general that this man had escaped. He doesn't tell about his plan, but he says that this American has escaped. You say the man escaped. The general asked faintly. He had been operated upon a week before. A week before that, he had done operation. Who had done operation? Sadao had operation. An emergency operation to which Sadao had been called at night. For 12 hours, Sadao had not been sure the general would live, whether he would survive. The gallbladder was much involved. No, gallbladder, that is just below the liver, and bile is collected in gallbladder. Then the old man had begun to breathe deeply again and to demand food. Sadao had not been able to ask about the assassins, and he was so busy, the general, he had undergone the operation and all, and he was not able to ask him about the assassins because he was not well. The general was not well, he had undergone the operation and all. And nearly a week had passed, and then he tells him that the American has escaped. So Saddam knew that the assassins had never come. And the general was so busy. The general was not well And that's why probably he did not think about those assassins. The servants had returned. The things became normal. Yumi had cleaned the guest room thoroughly, entirely, had burned sulfur in it to get the white man's smell out of it. Nobody said anything. Only the gardener was cross. He was a bit angry because he had got behind with his chrysanthemums. Probably he was worried about the chrysanthemums, and that's why he was a bit worried. But after a week, Sadao felt the general was well enough to be spoken to about the prisoner. So he thought that after a week he was alright, and that is the reason he tells him about this prisoner, about the American prisoner of war. Yes, Excellency, he escaped. Sadao said. He coughed, signifying that he had not said all he might have said, but was unwilling to disturb the general further. He behaved as if he never wanted to disturb general. But the old man opened his eyes suddenly. That prisoner. And then with some energy, oh, did I not promise you I would kill him for you? Oh, I had given promise. So suddenly he remembers, oh, I had given promise. But he was suffering due to bad health and he had undergone the operation. And suddenly he realizes that he had promised him that he would send the killers. And here he says, yes, you did tell, you had promised that you would send the assassins. Well, the old man said in a tone of amazement, so I did. But you see, I was suffering a good deal. So I had a lot of suffering. The truth is, I thought of nothing but myself. I just thought of myself, nothing else. In short, I forgot my promise to you. I wondered. It was certainly very careless of me. See, I was so careless. But you understand, it was not lack of patriotism or dereliction of duty. It's not due to negligence of the duty. It is not due to all that. He looked anxiously at his doctor. If the matter should come out, you would understand that, wouldn't you? If the matter comes up, you can understand that. Because I was not well, and that is the reason I'm a patriot. See, he was so much engrossed about himself, he couldn't think about anything else. Certainly, Your Excellency. He certainly comprehended, he understood that the general was in the palm of his hand. Now, general was in his hand. That as a consequence, as a result, he himself was perfect. Now he was quite safe because he had asked the general to send the assassins. Now saving himself. I can swear to you a loyalty and to your zeal against the enemy. I know how patriot you are and your enthusiasm against the enemy. You are a good man, the general murmured. And close his eyes, you will be rewarded. We'll give you a reward. You are such a good man. You are such a kind man. When you are kind to the enemy, how kind you can be. So here, the general doesn't want to reveal about himself too. But he understands the position of Sadao too. Now Sadao has come home. Now Sadao is searching the spot of black. Now he thinks about the American who has escaped. And he had his reward. There was no prick of light in the dusk. So he had told him, at the dusk only do it. No prick of light. So no flash of light. No one was on the island. His prisoner was gone, safe, doubtless, for he had warned him to wait only for a Korean fishing boat. He stood for a moment on the veranda, gazing out to the sea from where the young man had come that other night. So he's recollecting all that and into his mind, although without reason, they came other white faces he had known. So there's a kind of flashback. The professor at whose house he had met Hannah, American professor, a dull man, his wife had been silly, talkative woman. In spite of a wish to be kind, he remembered his old teacher of anatomy, again American, who had been so insistent on mercy with the knife. And then he remembered the face of his fat and slatternly landlady. So he remembers about that landlady where he was living there. He had had great difficulty in finding a place to live in America because he was a Japanese. The Americans were full of prejudice, they were full of bias, and it had been bitter to live in it. Knowing himself their superior, how superior they used to feel. How he had despised, how he had hated the ignorant and dirty old woman who had at last consented to house him in a miserable home. So at last she had given, that landlady had given him on rent the house. He had once tried to be grateful to her because she had in his last year nursed him, took care of him. So suddenly, so he remembers about that, the way she had taken care of him when he was not well. He was suffering from influenza and she had nursed him, she had looked after him, but it was difficult. She was no less repulsive to him in her kindness. Though she was kind, even then he hated her. Now he remembered the youthful, haggard, weak face of his prisoner. Haggard, the weak face of his prisoner, white and still repulsive, still hateful. He hated the enemy. He hated the American. But as a doctor, he had served. As a doctor, he saved his life, though he hated the enemy, though he hated the American. Strange, he thought. I wonder, why I could not kill him, though I hated him? Why did I save my life? He is still in predicament. He is still in dilemma. He is trying to find the answer for this question. Why did he save the life of his enemy? Now let's go to the summary of the remaining part that we have seen in the last few days. Already we have discussed the summary of the earlier part. Now the patient gets better, but the servants decide to leave. So he has saved this, uh, the American prisoner of war was his enemy. Hannah took good care of the man. She served him as the servants refused to enter the room. The man was surprised to see Hannah to talk in English. Hannah told him that she had lived in America for a long time. The enemy revealed his name to Hannah. His name was Tom. Sadao was still confused about him, handing him over to the police. The servants resented the decision to help the American soldier. Hannah told Sadao that the servants would not leave in the house if the enemy was still present there in the house. The servants thought that the couple liked Americans. Sadao tried to clarify that all Americans were his enemies. They talked about the consequences, they talked about the results, or what would happen to them of harboring an enemy. The servants were trying to make them aware of this fact. Hannah could hear what they were talking about. On the seventh day, the servants left. The general's messenger, Sadao, goes to see the general. On the same day, in official uniform, came the messenger to Sadao's house. Hannah was very scared that she was unable to speak because the servants had already left the house and she was worried that probably the servants must have revealed. She thought that he was there to arrest Sadao. In fact, the messenger had come to inform Sadao that the general needed him. Looking at Hannah in utter distress, Sadao thought of getting rid of this man. Sadao told the whole episode to the general. The general knew that Sadao was indispensable to him. He was very invaluable to him. He never trusted other Japanese surgeons. The general promised Sadao that nothing would happen to him and he would send the assassins. The general then planned to get the American soldier assassinated. He told Sadao that his private assassins were very competent and they would also remove the dead body. Sadao thought that this plan would be the best for his family. After that meeting, Sadao spent 3 restless nights waiting for the assassins, but they didn't come. Finally, the torture became too much to bear for him. He planned to get rid of the enemy himself. And here Sadao helps the enemy. Sadav makes a escape plan and he reveals to Tom. He also warned him that he needed to escape as the news of his presence was not hidden anymore. He arranged a boat, food, and drinking water and clothing for the young man and also gave him his own flashlight. He told Tom that he should flash the light 2 times if he needed something, once if everything was fine. He must do this only when the sun dropped under the horizon. So at the desk, he further added that Tom could find many fish to eat, but he should eat them raw, lest the fire be seen. Even Anna didn't know about this plan. Sada had told Tom to wait for a Korean ship. Sadao went to the general and informed him that the American had escaped. The general informed Sadao that he forgot about the prisoner as he was unwell. He told Sadao not to leak out this information to anybody. Back at home, Sadao remembered his days in America and the Americans he met there. He wondered why he could not kill Tom, his enemy, and that was the flashback. With a flashback, we have come to the end of the story, The Enemy. I'm quite sure you must have enjoyed this story very much. Thank you. Goodbye.